Happy Friday! Welcome to this week's Great British live stream. For those of you who are new, my name is TJ and I stream UK domestic flights every Friday at 1 PM UTC. Today we are taking a hop over the Highlands from Glasgow, Scotland to London City Airport, as well as checking out some beautiful mountains and London landmarks. We'll also experience the scariest, steepest approach in the UK as we nosedive over central London onto a short runway surrounded by water. Fingers crossed, and here we go. Okay, let's hop inside the plane. Let's get battery 1, battery 2, ground power available. So let's pop down here. Let's get these displays up. 1, display 2, over here to 3 and number 4. As usual, just got to pop down here and flick 1, flick 2, excellent. Let's go up here, start our IRS aligning, nav, nav, and nav, fantastic. So let's get these flight computers over to right, pop this one out, go down here, clear that out, and we will go to our init page. So we are going from EGPF Glasgow, EGLC London City. Let's align the IRS. Our flight number is British Airways Speedbird 1103. Let's just check we've got our fuel and everything correct. So we need about 7,000 kilos of fuel, and our zero fuel weight today of about 56,500 kilos. So let's pop over here to our flight plan from Glasgow. We're taking runway 05. The SID, the departure we're taking, is Norbo 1 Juliet. No transition. Should take us out to Norbo. Fantastic. From Norbo we're going to DCS. From DCS we're going to Calder. That one right there. From Calder we're going to MCT. That one. Just pop down here again. Calder we're going to MCT, and at London the arrival we're taking is the ILS 409, and we want the Jacko 1 Mike arrival, and we want that via Oddleg 1 Juliet. There we go. So this is our flight plan right here. Just got a couple of bits to sort out. Got to clear out this where the aircraft wants us to fly manually. We don't need to do that, and we'll clear out that gap in the flight plan. So we now have a flight plan all the way from Glasgow to London. So close that for a second. We'll pop down here, get our radio stack on, radio stack 1, radio stack 2. We'll go back to our initialization page, pop in our cost index, which today is going to be 60. Cost index of 60. We're cruising at flight level 300. That's 30,000 feet. Go over to our next page here. Go back to our aircraft setup. Feed the computer our zero fuel weight and our center of gravity and our zero fuel weight. And our block fuel today is 7,000 kilos. We need to go across to our performance page here. Get our flap settings. Our flaps are going to be flaps 1 today. So we're going 1/down 0.1. We're flexing 272. Our V speeds are going to be 130 V1, 149 VR rotate speed, and 151 in the V2 box down here. Great. So we can get rid of this here. We can go to our nav radios. ILST is the frequency of the London City ILS. So that's that all done. Flight plan on this display here. Perf page on this display here. Pop up here. Let's get this APU started. APU master switch. Let's get our lights on. 3, 4. That one. That one. Don't need these on at all. That one. That one. And that one. Always good to have the no smoking signs turned on. Fuel pumps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Let's start the APU here. Let's get our cruise altitude into our control panel. So that is 30,000. The altimeter today at Glasgow is currently, just find this, altimeter at Glasgow is, I think it's 1007. There we go. 87 and 1007 over here as well. Cool. So set our altimeters, we get our packs off, pack 1, pack 2. When our APU is started up, which it hasn't yet, we can get our external power off, and we can also disconnect our ground powered truck right there. Okay, let's get our IRS aligned, because the aircraft is still aligning, still learning where it is. So we'll do a quick align right there. Fantastic. So now we need to check if there are any controllers online here. So we'll go Squawk Box, show who's online. Got EGGX and London is online, so we'll get his frequency into here. 123, 123.9, 123.900. That's for when we enter his airspace. We'll have to contact him. Fantastic. So we don't need that open anymore because we know who's online. Let's set a squawk code down here. Set our aircraft identifier of 1103. Okay, no controllers on in Glasgow, so let us push back from the stand.
Ground to cockpit, please show me where you want to go. Ground to cockpit, tow is driving up.
Okay, so as the ground truck approaches, hello, there we go. Once he's plugged in, as usual, we'll be able to start our engines and push back from the stand. Hey dude. So once we've started taxiing, I'll tell you a little bit more about our flight path today, a little bit about why London City is such a difficult place to land. Got loads of things to tell you guys during the course of the flight. So we'll just pop down here while Matey plugs in his truck.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Cool. So our flight path today, guys, we're heading southeast from Glasgow. Just when we hit sort of Cambridgeshire, going to take a loop out over the east coast, and that will bring us back in for an approach to runway 09, hopefully, at London City Airport. 09 is the most scenic approach. You get to see all the landmarks on the way in, so hopefully we will get that today. There we go, as the nose of our aircraft rises up.
Connected and bypass pin inserted. Release parking brake.
Parking brake off. You hear the gate retracting. Start engine 2 over here. Go. Come on, engine 2. Ah, we didn't turn our APU bleed on, guys. We did not turn our APU bleed on. We're going to need that. There we are. Everything else is set up as it should be. Of course, you need your APU bleed on to draw air from the APU to help you start your engines. Okay, it's engine number 2. Pop down here, do engine number 1. Oh, we've got a ground controller online. Okay, let's contact it. 121.7. 7. Okay, let's sort out this radio check here. Glasgow, good afternoon, just saw you were online. Speedbird 1103 is an Airbus A319, just pushback off stands 32. Clearance to London please, and taxi as well, thank you.
Operation complete. Set parking brake. Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
Okay, we've got 2 good engine starts. Pop that down there. Why is our controller not talking to us, guys? Our engine started. Disconnect the track while we're waiting. Pack off. Pack on. Anti-ice is going to go on. APU bleed and master can go off. Get our window heat on. Okay, we're going to display our terrain on our navigation display, our airport on our navigation display.
Disconnected and bypass pin has
Set our
been
flaps,
removed.
work through our checklist.
On the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Okay, just got to check the auto brake to max. As our tow disconnects, clear these out, number 1. Number 2, test our takeoff config. Okay. Glasgow, Speedbird 1103. Hi Oliver, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. We are just waiting for the ground controller at Glasgow to start talking to us. Let's just make sure he is still online. Glasgow ground 1217. 1217. It's just being very quiet today. There we go. Let's just try a text message. Get in touch with this guy. Message Glasgow ground. See if he hears me. Come on. While we're waiting for him, we'll fire up our airport map here in the corner. So we are going to be going taxiing. Mike Golf 205.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Oh, thank you very much for the subscription, Oliver. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you very much. Doesn't say I'm transmitting. I am definitely transmitting. Definitely transmitting. Let's try again. If not, we will just text message him anyway. But we are definitely connected. 121.7. Let's go off the frequency for a minute here. Even voice room. There we go. And we'll pop back into the voice room. Glasgow ground. Okay, cool. Glasgow radio check. Speedbird 1103. Come on, Glasgow, what are you doing? Alright, whatever, I'm just going to message him. Message. As it doesn't seem to be working. Clearance and taxi, please. we'll just get our clearance and our taxi permission through the text message system, and we shouldn't be sat here too long. Okay, so let's just pop outside the plane for a minute. We'll take in this this toeless Airbus A319. It's a beautiful plane. We've flown it before, taking it to London today. There we go. Thank you very much. Post it on the frequency. It's fine. Just post it. So I have my clearance. I'm happy. I don't care. There we go. Squawk 7420. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 2 3 4 20 2 1 0. Lovely. There we go. Fantastic. Taxi, please. Hey, Credera! Flew London City for 9 years in an Avro for Swiss. That is awesome! Wants me to read it back? Fine. Here to GRC. Norbo. 1. Juliet. Squawk 7420. This would be much easier if his voice was working. There we are. Lovely. Read back clearance. Ready for taxi. So what was it like, Credera? What was it like, Credera, flying Swiss to London City? I think the approach we're taking today is 09, hopefully. Taxi to holding point Golf 1 by Golf. Let's get going, guys. Let's move. Right. What was it like flying to London? Did you ever take the approach to 09? It's quite steep and scary on the sim. Okay, let's taxi out here. This is Golf. Here we go, just check these radios, they're absolutely fine. Is this working? Must be me. Must be me. Fair enough. Let's just double check this. Take that off and back on again. Tune it in.
A319, it's going to be fine. I have found a great destination. You please follow the 5 hour future.
Okay, we are holding at Golf 1 right here, as ground told us to do. Gonna pop our park brake on. Many stories, Credera, a great place to land. Carrier landing, all for weather situations. I can imagine, man. I can imagine. It's pretty stormy out there today. I'm just gonna check my my squawk box here as well. There we go. Got our This is all good. Got our input there. Our input here. And our input here. Okay, I'm going to try and talk to him again. I'm going to reload the voice room. Glasgow, speedbird 1103, holding Golf 1. Let's see if he hears me. If not, I'll send a message.
Speedbird 103, over the
122.8, speedbird 1103. Can I just check my voice is working now, please? Thank you, apologies, speedbird 1103. Okay guys, we'll go over to Unicom. Oliver, I am not a real pilot. I am a college teacher. I don't pretend to be a real pilot. Only on Friday afternoons. Only on Friday afternoons, guys. I'm sure Credera down there will probably correct me on a few things as we go along here. There we go. Okay, we'll just line up with the runway here, guys. Going to tell the rest of the traffic what we are doing. EGPF traffic departing from 05. Lovely. Let's get these throttles up to flex, guys. We'll report clear of the runway once we are there. Apologies for the slight mess up with the voice talking to ATC there. I'm not really sure what happened. I'm sure it won't happen again. Maybe it just didn't load correctly, but we should have no problems at all in future. So you'll see in a minute. There we go. Glasgow in the simulator has a bit of a bump on the runway, which I'm sure does not necessarily exist in real life. Rotate. Let's get this nose up to about 15 degrees here, guys. Wait for the normal law to take over. We're going to grab our gears up. We're going to get our autopilot on here. We're going to get our auto brakes over to medium for our landing. Okay, in a minute, as we climb out, we'll be asked to pop our throttles down to climb. As we head into the clouds, I promise you guys some highland scenery. We may or may not get that scenery today, guys. But I'm expecting a fairly hairy landing at London as well. Okay, levers down to climb. There we go. Excellent. Guys, as we are in clouds, I'll pop out to the wing view in a minute. We just need to wait for our speed to hit the S on our primary flight display on our PFD there. Once the speed has hit S, we can pop our flaps up. There we go. Lovely. Flaps are up. And we'll go over to the wing view as Glasgow disappears below us, guys. So let's enjoy the views for a second. Before, at about 6,000 feet or so, we have to pop our altimeters over to standard pressure, so the airplane knows how high it is. Total traffic we're clear of 05. There we go. So I'm still learning the streaming thing, guys. But touch wood, touch wood, it's okay. What do you think? How am I doing here? I think we've got a bit of an altitude restriction on our way out of Glasgow as well here. There we go. Yeah, so we've hit this altitude constraint here. So we can see some mountains down there, guys. Some mountains. Guys, thank you so much for watching so far. Really appreciate you being here and joining me on this flight on a Friday afternoon. Of course, if you do like what you're seeing, there's a like button down there. It'd be much appreciated if you could hit it. And obviously subscribe, guys, if you want to see more Great British flights every Friday, 1 PM UTC. Okay, you've got some nice clouds going on here. we might get some mountains just below there. Flight attendant has noticed some smoke in the cabin. Ah, Credera. Maybe. Maybe I should just press those no smoking signs again. There we go, just a reminder guys. The no smoking signs are turned on. Shall we go and check the cabin? Let's go, let's pop through here and let's check the cabin for smoke, eh? There we go, through the door. There we go, it's alright. He's put his cigarette out, guys. And our beautiful British Airways cabin is still beautiful and British Airways. Excellent. Okay, I'm just going to pop up here and dial back in that London frequency as well, London Centres Online. There we go, so we can pop them down 123,900. 900, so be ready to pop over to him when he asks us to do that. It should be fine. Ooh, guys, scenery down here now. There we go, show who's online. Credera, yes, it's all okay, man. It's all okay. I've checked, we are not on fire. I think we still have 2 engines. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed, we should be good, man. We should be good. Okay, so let me just explain, as I'm sure some of our viewers know, let me just explain why the landing at London City is so difficult. So, most airports, when you descend on what's called a glide slope. That's literally a slope you follow down to the runway. Most airports have a glide slope of about 3 degrees. So the nose of the aircraft is pointed down at 3 degrees. While it comes down, it means you can keep your speed under control, and it makes it a lot easier to flare, to point the nose up at the end and land the aircraft. London City has a 6-degree glide slope. So it's twice as steep as a normal glide slope, makes it a lot harder to keep your speed under control, and obviously makes it a lot harder to get that flare nice and smooth, and to land the aircraft quite nicely as you come in. So it's a very, very challenging approach. We have an auto land system on this Airbus, thankfully, that should be okay for this approach. But yeah, flying an Airbus is quite a large aircraft to land at London City. I think the A319 probably in real life exceeds the maximum size of plane but you're allowed to fly there. I know a smaller Airbus, an A318, is cleared into London City. Not so sure about this big bus here. Okay, excellent. Mountains down there, guys. Mountains. Let's enjoy the scenery until we start our climb again. Oh, we have a subscription! Cole Carey, thank you so much for your subscription. Hopefully I will be able to provide you with amazing, at least half decent flights every Friday, 1 PM UTC. Thank you so much, man, much appreciated. Okay, so we are still, if we pop round here, so we're still at this constraint up until the Norbo waypoint, which should be in about a minute and a half or so, and then we will resume our climb up to 30,000 feet. The flight today, end to end, should come in around 2 hours, so that's gate to gate. How far in are we? About half an hour, so maybe 90 minutes or so left until the end of this flight today, guys. Hey Kevin, welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're sort of enjoying these views. Slightly cloudy out there today in the Highlands, man, but yeah, it should, hopefully it will clear as we get further south and closer to London. So the next flights we are doing, guys, next week, we're going to fly the Boeing 737. It's not all just Airbus. We're going to fly the Boeing 737. We are taking that to Leeds, Bradford. So here we go as we climb. So Leeds, Bradford is quite a windy airport. Should be some fairly lively crosswinds. We're going to land our 737 manually at Leeds, Bradford. So that should be a fun one next week, guys. You love the game? Yes, Kevin. This is X-Plane. This is X-Plane 11. And let me just sort this out, and I'll tell you a little bit more about it. Kevin, if you want to know more about the airplanes I have, about how I've set up the sim, you can type !my planes or ! Plugins and settings to know more about how I've set up the simulator here. So we'll pop out the flight computer, leave you guys with these sweet wing views as we go to our approach mode. We're going to program in the weather here at London City, guys. So altimeter 1007, temperature at London City is 10 degrees, winds at London City from 220 at 6 knots. I hope we'll get the approach for 09, we will see. Our decision height at London City, we're going to say 150 feet, where we decide whether to land the aircraft or not. Can I fly to the Seychelles, Kevin? I will add it to the list, my friends. We're going to do a lot of UK flights. We're obviously going to do a few airports, normal airports in the UK. We are also going to try and land at like a general aviation airstrip, so not an airport, just an airstrip in the UK in the next few weeks. I'm also going to try and land this Airbus on a grass airfield in the next month or so. But yes, Kevin, I will add the Seychelles flight to the list. We'll get some nice scenery and we'll go out there, man. Remember, if you want a reminder of when the Seychelles flight is on, or any of my flights are on, please hit the subscribe button, man, and you'll get a reminder on your YouTube for that. Other places we're going to fly, guys, we're also going in like a month or two maybe, we're going out to the Himalayas. We're going to fly some super challenging approaches in the Himalayas as well. I'm sure you guys, if you are fans of aviation, will have heard of some of the scary airports that exist in that part of the world. So we've got a lot of good stuff lined up, a lot of cool stuff lined up here, guys. As we head into some more clouds off the wing, clouds up there. We'll stick to the wing views for a minute here, I think, guys. Let's enjoy these views on our flight to London. Kevin and I have never been to the Seychelles, never been on Flight Simulator, never been in real life. Are there any interesting airports to fly to in the Seychelles? Anywhere that's like really scenic, really nice to go? Let me know, man. Let me know. So other planes we are going to fly in the near future. Obviously we're going to fly the 737 next week. Also going to fly the 747, the jumbo jet that everybody is familiar with. That should be pretty awesome. It's quite a heavy aircraft to land. Oh, you live in the Seychelles, Kevin. Amazing. What's the weather like there at the moment? Is it better than Glasgow? Is it better than the Highlands? Also, guys, if you have any questions about the plane, about the simulator, anything at all that you want to know, just give me a message while we're climbing, and I will do my best to answer it. Obviously, I'm not a real pilot in any way, but I like my flight simulator. I think I'm quite good at it, so I will do my best to answer those guys. I'm sure it's very sunny, Kevin. I'm sure it's very sunny in the Seychelles, man. Maybe you can send some of that our way, dude. That would be much appreciated. $30, my goodness, yeah. Like I said, at London, it's currently 10 degrees. Where I am right now, actually, it is 12 degrees. There we go. So it's a couple of degrees warmer than London. Maybe I feel like I should be wearing a jacket. It's slightly chilly in the UK right now, man. You wish you were in the UK? Well, do you know what? It's nice. It's nice, cool weather. I'm not a fan of hot weather myself. I have air conditioning at home. It doesn't get used that often, so it's quite cold climate, and I'm quite happy with that. It almost feels like a waste of money buying air conditioning. Because it's literally, it does get to 30 degrees in the UK, but it only does that for maybe 1 or 2 weeks a year. So yeah, it's fairly chilly here, fairly chilly most of the time, guys. Oh, this is some stormy cloud cover here today. Something you may be interested in. There is a new plane that's just come out for X-Plane. It's called the 737 Ultimate. It's a Boeing 737. It has like a proper cabin, loads of cool buttons to press. It's sort of a long range, the 900 version of the 737. Brand new aircraft, fantastic systems. It's currently in its beta stage, so we won't be flying it yet until it's finished, but if you are into X-Plane, guys, I'd recommend picking up the 737 Ultimate aircraft. Kevin, I cannot imagine 35 degrees, man. That's way too hot. That's way too hot, dude. I would be crying. Do I have the A380? So Kevin, I do not. I would love an A380. Apparently there is a good A380 coming out soon for X-Plane, but the A380 that's currently available, I'm told, is not very good and probably not worth the money. But I would absolutely love an A380. Planes I plan to buy at the moment are the A330, sort of mid to long haul version Airbus, and the Boeing 767, which is like a really old plane, but it's kind of cool because it's so old. That is a Boeing mid to long range aircraft as well. So hopefully we'll pick those up sometime soon and we'll take them flying with us. Let's see where we are here. We are at 25,000 feet. I'm just going to pop our navigation display out a little bit. So there we go, we've got some traffic out here about 6,000 feet above us. Let's look up. I'm not sure if we'll be able to see him. Maybe not. Okay, cool. There we go. Guys, if you want to follow this flight, go on a site called VATAware, VATAware.com, and if you search for BAW1103, you will be able to find my flight, find this flight, and you'll be able to see us on a map. So you'll be able to see where we are, which is pretty cool. Kevin, how do you work the game X-Plane 11 with practice? with hours and hours of practice. So I only really started playing Flight Simulator properly last August. Since then I've spent 400 hours in X-Plane, and that's time spent sort of setting up the simulator, optimizing it, learning how to fly the planes, learning how to press all the buttons, operate all the different systems. It's taken a while, man. But if you pick up the game, pick up simulator, just put the hours in, just practice, 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 and eventually you will know. Yeah, wow! And eventually you'll know what buttons to press, man. If you want a slightly, I don't know, maybe a slightly easier sort of entry-level simulator, I believe there's one called Infinite Flight. I think you can even get that on your phone. And that should give you a fairly good introduction to flying all sorts of aircraft, including jets. So maybe worth starting with that. So fairly shortly, everyone, I'd imagine we will be arriving into London airspace if he's still online. Once he asks us to contact him, we'll say hello. We'll tell him where we are, and he will hopefully, maybe he'll give us a slightly quicker route into London City Airport. So, you know, we won't have to. Maybe we'll be in the air for a slightly shorter time, which would be nice. You know, more efficient flight path is always a good thing. Kevin, thank you. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Like I say, I do this to sort of share knowledge and share the love of it with people. If I can educate, if I can inspire people to start flying planes. Flying planes is pretty damn cool, man. If I can inspire people to start flying planes, that would be amazing. That's why I do this. There we go, London Centre is online, so let us pop over 123.9. Where are we? We are currently cruising. Fantastic. Just talk to London Control very quickly here, guys. Thank you, Kevin. London Speedbird 1103, flight level 300.
1103 on the control, hello, Jacko 1 Mike arrival.
Yep, Jacko 1 Mike arrival, Speedbird 1103. Okay, so London Control has given us our arrival, which is Jacko 1 Mike, which is exactly what we were expecting. Fingers crossed, that will be the approach for runway 09, hopefully. So, for those of you who are new to VATSIM, VATSIM is an online network that connects every plane on every flight simulator, and of course you have air traffic controllers whose job it is to organise this traffic and to make sure nobody crashes into each other. When you first start flying online, it's very intimidating. You have to learn how to talk to the controllers. I'm sure if Caldera is still watching, I'm sure I don't necessarily do it correctly as you would in a real plane, but I feel like I say the right things at the right times, so the controllers can understand what I'm doing and what I'm saying. The best gaming PC to play X-Plane? Kevin, I'm just going to I'm going to throw my computer specs up in chat for you. So if I go PC specs, if I throw this in chat, Kevin, Nightbot should hopefully show you the specs on my PC. There we go. So that's the specs of a computer I'm currently running. As you can see, it's fairly smooth. I've done a lot of optimization as well, which you can see in my settings. But that sort of spec should be absolutely fine. I think you can probably buy that for maybe £600–700 at the moment. Cool, cool man. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to pop to the cockpit. We'll just need to set our final altitude that we'll be descending to before our approach, which is 2,000 feet. We're not descending yet, but we just need to have that in our control panel, guys. Let's pop down here, see when we are descending. We're descending at 14:11, so we are descending in about 25 minutes or so. Cheers, Kevin. Thank you, man. Thank you. Much appreciated, dude. Much appreciated. Kevin, I don't know if you're subscribed yet. If you're not subscribed, you'll probably want to subscribe to this channel just so you can see when I'm online, and you know, hopefully I can teach you some more, man. So hopefully, while we're just checking out reviews here, hopefully you can hear some music in the background. That music, if you're interested, is all it's all YouTube Music Library music. So if you like the music, you can go onto the YouTube Music Library. You can download it. You can. Kevin, thank you so much for the subscription. Much appreciated, man. So yeah, as I was saying, the music in the background. If you want it, go on the YouTube Music Library, you can download it, you can use that in your streams, your videos as well, guys. Some of it's quite good.
Ryanair 2631, flying flight level 300. Count as 300, Ryanair 2631.
Did land to 0 and after that touchdown choice is A319.
I quite like listening to the other traffic. Busy airspace. Busy airspace today, guys. Very fortunate to have air traffic control on a Friday afternoon as well. My next game, Kevin. My next game will probably do like a bonus video at some point of a Sega arcade game called Airline Pilots. It's sort of like a flight simulator, but it was in the arcades. So you could go to your local arcade and you could play this game. So we'll probably do a bonus stream of that. We're going to do sort of bonus streams sporadically, probably on a Wednesday, in between the regular streams at some point. I don't know if I probably won't stream stuff like Fortnite or pub, that sort of thing. This channel is for flight simulation, showing you guys some scenery, some flights, teaching you about planes, with sort of the odd bonus thrown in there as well. But off stream, I'm currently playing Jurassic Park Operation Genesis on PlayStation 2, and Theme Park on the Sega Mega Drive as well. So you can see up here in the corner, we've also got text chat with air traffic control, which we were using earlier. That's good if your microphone isn't working for some reason, or maybe if you're not confident of actually talking to the controllers, or maybe if you're flying at work and you can't talk to the controllers. See what we can see off the nose. Ah, still cloudy. Still cloudy, guys. Let's pop outside the aircraft for just a minute here. Let's find. Let's get ourselves a nice view out here if we can. Where is it least cloudy, guys? There we go. Some nice water over there. Zoom in. Lovely.
That's 274, descend flight level 150.
It's a beautiful plane, the A319. Yeah, it is, man. It is very cool. So this this plane is made by a company called Tolis. I think the guy who works on the Tolis planes actually works for Airbus, programming their flight systems. So the simulation, I'm told, is really quite accurate. Never flown a real plane. Well, I've flown a real plane. I've never flown a real Airbus. I've only ever flown Cessna 150s. But this plane here is a fairly accurate simulation, I think.
351 becomes flight level 130 right?
There we go, as our weather reloads there, so we've always got the latest, most up-to-date weather, and it's still cloudy, guys, it's still cloudy out there. Kevin, I have not played GTA 5 yet. I always sort of wanted to, just never got around to it yet. I play a lot of retro stuff, a lot of old games. Tell me, I assume GTA 5 is worth it? Tell me why I should buy it, man. Sell me on GTA 5. What I'm also going to do here is we need to tune in. We need to tune in our next frequency on our radio. If there's more than one London controller on, so that'll be 127.1. So I'll just get that in here quickly. 7.1.
122.8, Channel 5 Romeo, thanks.
There we go. Just one. And we'll also pop Unicom in here just in case we have to go across to it in future. Cool. Kevin, mods for GTA, amazing, man. I've seen some cool videos. I've seen a lot of cool videos. I know there's like a racing game on GTA 5 now, isn't there? I'm told that's quite good. It looks quite fun. The best game in the world. Is it better than X-Plane, Kevin?
EG540, low fly heading 160 degrees.
Flight Simulator is better, of course it is. Cool, man.
EG297 on the control, hello, climb flight level 290. Correction, 230.
Guys, flying a plane is it's not just about the challenge of what buttons to press. Oh, Credera, it looks like Nightbot didn't like whatever you said in capital letters, man. Put it in.
103, fly heading 150 degrees.
Is that me? 150, Speedbird 1103.
EZ804 X-ray, resume own navigation, direct Apple.
So yeah, Credera, if you can pop your message, I'd love to see it, man. If you can just pop that in like normal text, I think you had capital letters turned on. I'd love to see it, man. Thank you. Ah, Nightbot identified Meta as spam. Right, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, I've got the weather open on my phone here. I appreciate you sending it to me, man. Sorry, Nightbot, timed you out there. It's sort of designed. Nightbot's designed for sort of if people are shouting. It's just designed to time them out if it does that. But yeah, thank you for a Meta, dude. I've also got I've got it open on my phone as well. So much appreciated, man. Thank you.
Dude, 8 Alpha Echo London, hello. Okay, you remember Alpha Echo London, hello, climb flight level 350.
Flight level 350 for yeah, 8 Alpha.
Credera, I'm really hoping I get the runway 09 for you, man. It's going to be amazing.
Garage 2 Hotel Charlie London, hello, Mersey 2 Bravo arrival 1223, right?
Bravo arrival landing, right?
So as we're cruising, as we're in the clouds, I'll talk a little bit about how you leave and arrive at an airport. When you leave an airport, you follow something called a SID. That's a pictures in the chat. Kevin, I don't believe you can on YouTube chat, man. Maybe I should probably open a Discord server or something like that. It's something I'll look at for the next stream, man. But you know, if you drop me a direct message or something with contact details, we'll chat, man. And you can maybe send me some stuff. But I will definitely get a Discord open for our next stream, dude. We'll do that. Cool.
Good afternoon, London Control, EV206 and flight level 270.
So as I was saying, arriving and departing an airport was just listening there to the radio calls. When you leave an airport, you follow a standard instrument departure. When you arrive, you follow a standard arrival, standard terminal arrival. Awesome, Kevin. I'll get a Discord set up, man, and you can show me the Seychelles on that. That'd be cool, man. That'd be cool. So yeah, the standard departures, guys. Standard departures are like you can get a chart. Excuse me. You can get a chart for an airport that will show you the standard departure to follow when you leave an airport. These departures have names, so you can see when we programmed our flight computer, we programmed in the Norvo 1 Juliet departure, and that tells the plane to fly a certain type of departure from the airport. Also our arrival. Our arrival is the Oddlake 1 Juliet arrival, and that will tell the plane to fly into London City a certain way, which is good so the controllers know where you're going.
EZ82907, resume own navigation direct to Grimsby.
Kevin, I've never seen the Seychelles, man. I've seen like maybe the odd picture, dude. But I've never really seen it in detail. So yeah, I'd love to. I'd love to see it, man. Let me set up this Discord server after the stream, man, and get some pictures on there, dude. That'd be cool.
1351, turn left heading 040 degrees, descend flight level 70. Rockstar 51, clear to transit by the Litchfield corridor at flight level 1.
I wonder which airline is Rockstar. It's pretty cool, man. I'd like to be like my call sign to be Rockstar. That'd be pretty awesome, man. That'd be pretty awesome.
EVA2907. Okay, EVA2907, climb flight level 370.
Flying flight level 370, 8297.
2 Air 8 Alpha Echo, contact Paris Control 128.1.
128.1 from 288, contact Paris, bye.
Right now, 17 Bravo, right, push and start, approved, flight ready, taxi home, point Alpha 1, runway 27, report ready.
Approved, what are you going
There we go. Just to listen to the radios for a little bit there. So busy today, so busy. So flying can be a relaxing experience, guys. That's why I started doing it. Found it sort of a really sort of chill thing to do. Flying when I'm not streaming, I like to read a book. This is what I'm reading at the moment. So yeah, once you learn how to fly, once you're comfortable with the plane and flying online, just chill out, enjoy the clouds, and read a book, guys. It's pretty awesome.
Valkyrie 51, turn right heading 090 degrees, descend to altitude 5,000 feet, 281.007.
The Seychelles is better than Hawaii, Kevin. Amazing, man. Amazing.
Valkyrie 51, when you get that height down a little bit more, I'll turn you. Valkyrie 51, roger, in that case, pick a right turn, head 190 degrees, 27, slow right, runway 23, right, EV8297, contact Paris Control 128.1. EV8297, contact Paris Control 128.1.
Yeah, now for you and Manchester. They are already received from Capital 1.
2 6 miles from Sun 211, push and start, please space down.
Space start, yeah,
Okay, guys. So the stream seems to slow down a little bit. I'm just waiting for it to come back up here. My apologies, guys. Let's just see if I can sort this out. Descends 150, own navigation speed bed 1103. Okay, I'm just going to descend to 150, get this back to manage navigation. There we go, lovely. And hey, Theon, welcome. Just making sure the stream is smooth for you guys. I'm just going to drop the bit rate down a little bit for you, just make sure it's all nice and smooth here. I think maybe my internet provider has decided they've maybe had enough. Who knows? Just drop that bit rate down a little bit. There we are. Theon, I hope it's sort of smooth enough for you. I know at the moment we may be having a few issues, but welcome, Theon. Welcome. It's good to see you here. Let me just pop that back out for wing view for you guys for a moment.
EV206, descend flight level 230.
Just keep dropping this bit rate down, guys, because I know at the moment it is lagging. Welcome, Finn. Apologies for the issues, man. I'm working on it. I'm working on it, man. There we go. Okay. Hopefully it's a little bit smoother now for you guys. Seems to have come back up a wee bit, which is good. Guys, apologies for those slight issues. Kevin, have an amazing day at work. Now, thank you so much for watching the stream. Much appreciated, man. I will see you next week.
Station requesting descent, again, call sign over.
Okay, guys, apologies for that slight issue there. I hope the stream is much smoother for you now. Maybe I was a little bit ambitious, thinking that BT would let me get away with streaming at a bitrate that's that high.
8206, for this now, because we're going to you twice now, descent flight level 230. Speedbird 110, trade route direct, Oddvod.
Direct Oddvod, Speedbird 110 Okay, so we've been told to go direct to Oddvod. We're going to do that. We're going to insert that in our flight plan. There we go. Lovely. Just get rid of that here. Get rid of that. Yes, the stream is nice and smooth. Excellent, guys. I'm pleased to see we... Thank you, Kevin. Thank you so much, man. Take care. Finn, if you're still watching, you probably joined at the worst time with those slight bandwidth issues we were having there. But welcome. I do hope you're enjoying the views out here, and hopefully maybe I can teach you guys to fly planes. Who knows? Man, why is it crashed? Have we crashed? Are we still going? What is going on here, guys? What is going on here? I think we may have had a crash here, guys. Guys, give me 2 minutes. I'll put the holding screen up, and we will resume from when we left off. Alright, I will be right back. Thank you. Okay guys, we are back. Just let it finish loading in. My apologies for the interruption there. I'm still learning, still new to this streaming thing. I'm trying out different settings, seeing what works. I think in some places I'm kind of overstressing my computer a bit, so that's why we're getting. That's why we seem to get the odd crash. But we've recovered. We've reloaded from where we left off. We are descending to 15,000 feet. We are heading direct to the odd waypoint that the controller gave us as well. There we go, as we can see right there. Lovely. Just gonna like keep an eye on this stream for a minute, guys. Yeah, dropping the odd frame as stuff loads in, but hopefully it will stay up. We will see. Just enjoy those views off the nose for now, guys. Hi Kevin. Just replying to your message there, man. You'll probably see us in a minute. I think we're oh, there we go. You're back. Cool. Okay, so yeah, guys, the chat may be slightly behind now. The chat may be slightly behind, but it's okay. I will get to your messages as soon as I can. Apologies for the interruption. Like I say, I'm still learning how this all works. Still trying out different settings and that kind of thing here. So one day we'll find a sweet spot where we're not asking too much of my PC and my internet connection. So again, if you just tune back in again, we are heading direct to the Oddvod waypoint, descending to 15,000 feet. We were able to reload from where we left off, which is good. We are, how far are we from London, guys? We are, London City is at 1503. So we are about 30-40 minutes away from our landing at London City, guys. Fingers crossed the X-plane will behave itself from now on, eh? Kevin, you're in the military. That's amazing, man. Not brave enough myself, but I respect that, dude. What's it like? We take in some more views, of clouds off the nose here, guys. There we go. So hopefully, again, apologies for that interruption, but hopefully I've been able to show you guys, sort of what it's like to fly a plane with buttons you need to press, the sort of scenery you can see when you get into flight sim. I will become better and better streamer as I go along, as I continue to improve my settings, and you know, hopefully maybe next week even, maybe we'll get this completely stable. But guys, thank you so much for your likes and your viewings and your subscription. It means a lot. Keep viewing every Friday at 1 PM UTC, and the content will keep improving and improving and improving, I hope. So as we're descending, we should hopefully descend through these clouds. Just going to check the weather. Just going to check where the clouds are. So the clouds go down to about 1,600 feet. So we should break through the clouds at about 1,600 feet as we're descending to the runway at London City. Just going to pop this back onto sort of a managed descent as well there, guys, so that we're following our flight computer all the way down. Because we had a crash and we've loaded back up, I've gone offline, so we're not bothering any controllers as we suddenly appear in our airspace. But we will fly into London. We will land, but at least that means we'll definitely get the approach that we want. Kevin, you're a recruit to the military. What does that mean? Was it your choice to join, or like did you have to? Do you have to join for a certain amount of years? It'd be really cool to find out, man. There we go, this is all good. Let's manage descent. Cool. Put that there. Heading is managed, everything is managed, sweet. So we'll start descending again at about 1/2 in a few minutes' time. Kevin, after the game, I'm going to continue changing my settings, just so that you guys always get a smooth stream and we don't get any of those nasty crashes again. I'm just going to make sure the stream is as good as possible for you guys, and then I think I'm going to play some old video games as well. That is my plan for the rest of the day. Kevin, you cool. You wanted to join the military because it's fun. Amazing, man, amazing. That's quite a brave decision. It's very cool, very cool. Is it the army, the navy? What sort of military are you in? Just keeping an eye on the time here, guys, before we resume our descent. Kevin, no, the games I'm playing won't be live. Won't be live after this, man. The next live stream is flight sim. Again, we're going to go flying to Leeds in the 737. We're doing at 1 PM UTC next Friday, man. Okay, just going to pop back to the flight deck here because we are almost due to resume our descent here, guys. So you can see, there we go. We can see the little dot where we will continue our descent. You see the dot on our primary flight display on our left-hand side. That dot will move down as we get closer to the top of our descent. Once that dot reaches the middle of the screen, we'll click the button and we'll continue our descent towards London here, guys. Say we're about a little bit off. Oh, Kevin, amazing. Special Forces. Sorry, my messages are slightly behind. It's just because we've it's just because we had to sort of resume flight sim after that quick crash. Special Forces, it's pretty hardcore. But that is absolutely awesome, man. Absolutely awesome to hear. Yeah, good luck with it. I wish you all the best, dude. I really do. As long as you're still allowed to watch flight sim live streams in the military, it's all good, man. It's all good. Okay, so here comes our top of descent here, guys. Our second top of descent of the day after the controller stepped us down to 15,000 feet, of course. Once this arrow starts to move. Once this arrow starts to move, we can resume our descent. A tour of my PC. It doesn't really look like much, honestly. Oops, we need to pop back to the correct altitude so we can resume our managed descent. That would help. So the plane will now do a managed descent to 2,000 feet, which is our final altitude before the airport. Got a little bit out of sync there because we reloaded, but it's all good. So a tour of my PC. There's not really much to look at, to be honest. It's just a standard sort of black box PC, man, with obviously those bits inside that you know about. There's honestly not a lot to see. There really is not a lot to see inside the PC. 10 years in the military is awesome, Kevin. It's very cool. All the best to you, man, with that adventure there. So we'll just pop this page over to our approach here. So we've got our weather ready for our descent. We are. It just comes round. There we go. We're on a managed descent, but we just don't need to start descending yet. So that's all good. When we do need to resume our descent, the computer will let us know. Cool. So cloudy in the UK today, guys. So damn cloudy. It's crazy. Hi Lala Quinn. We've just recovered from a crash. I think I'm asking too much of this PC. Trying to sort of stream at the bit rates that I'm streaming at. We're at 15,000 feet, about half an hour away from our landing at London City. Our descent will resume at 14:41 in about 9 minutes or so. We'll continue our descent into London here. Now I'm going to go and tweak my settings so we don't get any more nasty crashes halfway through the stream. But at least we have an autosave feature here. It's all good. Kevin, you went to Birmingham for training. Is that Birmingham in the UK? I did used to work in Birmingham. It's an interesting place. It's an interesting city. I used to spend a lot of time at the train station waiting for my train home. I remember that much. It's a really lively place to be, Birmingham, and it's only a couple of hours away from where I live now. So it's a long way from the Seychelles, dude. A long way from the Seychelles. So flying planes, guys, and streaming is a learning process. As you can see, the sim is running nice and smoothly. I think sometimes with Streamlabs we just need to tweak a few bits here and there still to get it up to where it should be. But the stream is running nice and smoothly. The sim is running nice and smoothly, which is amazing. And yeah, touch wood from here. Remember, if you're liking the flights and you're liking learning about planes, subscribe. Please, if you want to see more flights, again, the quality will continue to improve week after week, guys. Also in future streams, guys, I'm hoping that obviously we won't have any crashes. I will make sure we don't have any crashes. but because we had that crash, obviously the chat is slightly behind. So I am still reading and responding to messages as soon as I can, guys. It's just you'll see my response and you'll see it appear in the chat box sort of a little bit later, maybe delayed by a minute or so. And there we go. There's some scenery down here, guys. Some scenery. These are the flat fields of the south of the UK. I think we're roughly maybe around the Midlands at the moment. We're sort of routing southeast across the UK to line us up to our approach to London City 09. Kevin, what car do I have? I do not own a car at the moment, my friend. I live in a city, so like the buses and the trains are really good. So there's sort of no need for me to have a car at the moment. I have hopefully going to be getting a Tesla in a year or two. I've placed my order. Just hope that the Tesla don't go bust and the car turns up, man. Some really nice views off the corner there. Okay, let's see where we are on our descent path here. Seems like we are coming up on our actual descent, because obviously you had to sort of level off for a bit when we reloaded the sim. But we're coming up on our actual descent here. Again, I think it's that pink dots there on our navigation display. Kevin, awesome, man, awesome. I may look you up later on, dude. Maybe I should make a TJ Fly Facebook page. Who knows? Who knows, man? There we go. So we don't have to descend. We're descending at Abku roughly. So that's our third waypoint along there. Is our top of descent. We should hit that at 42. Yeah, which is what I said. Cool. So only a few more minutes until we resume our descent here, guys. So, I like that the clouds are finally cleared. We can see some nice scenery here. This is pretty it's pretty nice. Obviously the UK doesn't have mountain ranges and that sort of thing. Well, it does have mountains, some small mountains in the Highlands, but it's not like full of mountain ranges or spectacular scenery. There's a lot of greenery, a lot of green fields, a lot of water. But it's all really quite nice stuff to look at, guys. It's nice stuff to look at. So again, guys, if you have any more questions about the flight just before we resume our descent, we do our final descent into London City. If you want to know anything about planes, about flight sim, just ask me, guys, and I'll do my best to answer you here. Some wind farms off there to our right hand side off the wing. That's quite nice. I think we are sort of roughly off the east coast of England, off maybe the Kent coast over here. So there's some wind farms out to sea. Obviously a lot of beaches and that kind of thing along this stretch of land here. Okay, let's just pop here. Make sure we haven't burst through on top of descent. We have not. So the pink dot on our PFD is moving. We are about to resume our descent. You can see we're about to make our final right turn towards London City Airport as well. There we go. Let's pop this in managed descent. And we will resume our descent into London. Just one more right turn, little loop round into City Airport. Just make sure everything else is all set up correctly, and it is. Awesome. Lovely. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you, that is much appreciated, man. The views are really nice, aren't they? The views are really nice. I mean, like you've just seen, it's really heavy on the computer. It's like trying to stream and trying to run this at the same time. It's quite demanding, but yeah, the scenery makes it worthwhile. And of course, the interaction with you guys. We had a few guys in here earlier as well. We had Finn. We had the ex-pilot, the guy beginning with C. He was pretty awesome. And we had Oliver in here as well, as I know. It's really cool to have the interaction with you guys as you're watching these flights as well. Hopefully, as our reliability improves, as the quality of our stream improves, you know, we'll get more and more, sort of grow the audience, maybe grow some sort of community. We will see, fingers crossed, but at the moment I'm just happy with improving this as much as I can, learning, keep improving the stream for you guys, and keep building those likes and subs, really. Hey, Atul, welcome to the stream, man. We're just descending into London City. We are about, let's say we're about 15-20 minutes or so away from our landing. Welcome to the stream, good to see you here. So London City is a super challenging approach and landing, so it's certainly going to test our aircraft to the limits. You're from India, Atul. Are there any really cool airports or really cool scenery to fly to in India? Let me know, man, and I can add it to the list for a future stream. My voice goes the more I do this. Just gonna pop back to the flight deck. Got the nice over to approach. That's all good. That's fine. Descent is all looking good, guys. Fantastic. Let's pop out to the nose so we can see the scenery we are descending into here, guys. Okay, so the next job here, we need to just pop our altimeters over to the local pressure, which is 1007 once we're below 5,000 feet. Then it's all about decelerating for our final approach and our landing, guys. It's quite a nice field, some quite nice scenery down here, lovely. Atul, yeah, I love X-Plane, I do as well, man. It's really good fun. It's really good fun, dude. It's really cool just learning how to fly the planes and sort of being able to share that with people. It's also really relaxed. I was talking earlier about how you can set your plane off on autopilot and then you can go and read a book, which is really nice. It's a really sort of relaxing hobby, man. I enjoy it and I hope you do too. Let's see what we've got over our left window here. It's quite nice. More fields. There's many fields in the UK, guys. Many fields. So you can see there, our bottom of descent is coming up on the navigation display. That's where we hit the altitude that we need to be at for our final approach into the airport. That's all you want to become a pilot? Amazing, dude, amazing. I've seen, from what I've seen, it's quite an interesting lifestyle to have. It costs a lot of money as well, I'm told. But obviously there are airlines who will train you up, to be a pilot. I think most people these days will start flying something like this. They will start with flying the Airbus A319s and 320s. So go for it, dude. I wish you all the very best in your adventures, man. It's really cool. Again, apologies, the chat is slightly behind, guys, on the screen. I can see your messages as they come in, but because we had that brief interruption in the middle, it's a little bit delayed getting my response out there on the video to you guys. But I will do my best to respond to every question you have. Pop over to the nose as we, because we've just come out across the east coast, we've done a right turn. Pop back over to the nose, and we can see we can see the scenery of the east coast of England coming in here as we descend towards London. That's all. You're very welcome, man. Very welcome. All the best, dude. We have off the wings. Is it just water? It's wind farms. There we go. That's the south coast of our wing. And a wind farm right now. My favourite airline at all? I don't really have like a favourite airline because I don't fly in real life a lot. I don't go on a lot of flights. The last airline I flew with was Flybe. We flew in a Dash 8 Q400. That was from Cardiff Airport to... Hey Jay, train fan, good to see you here. Welcome, welcome, man. Yeah, that was from Cardiff Airport up to Glasgow last year. I've only ever been on... the only other plane I've been on is a 737 with Ryanair. That was, and 737 with LOT, Polish Airlines as well. LOT, out of these three I've been on, was probably the best as part of your standard class ticket, because it was like I think it was like a 3-4 hour flight. As part of your standard ticket, you get lunch included, so you got a little wrap wrapped up in a sort of overinflated bag as you do on airliners, and I think we even got like a dessert as well. So. Yeah, I would say out of the airlines I have flown on, LOT is probably the best one out of all of them. On Flybe, you could buy like instant noodles. Yeah, so Jay, the messages on the screen are slightly delayed because we had some technical issues halfway through the stream, but I'm doing my best to get to you as quickly as possible. And obviously you will see me respond to you as quickly as possible on the screen. So back to airlines. Flybe, yeah, they served instant noodles on the flights. So you know, imagine trying to make an instant noodle at 26,000 feet in turbulence as the plane is bouncing up and down, maybe it's not the wisest idea to serve instant noodles on airliner, guys. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, so where are we on our flight plan, guys? Got our deceleration coming up after the OSVEV waypoint. Obviously at the moment, because we had that interruption in the middle, we're flying offline, just so we didn't sort of jump back on sort of in mid-air and give the controllers a headache or a heart attack. But in future, obviously all flights will be all online. We started this one online, hopefully all our flights in future will be completely online. If we don't have any interruptions in between. So yes, our deceleration point, you can see there after the OSVEV waypoint on the navigation display. You can see there's a pink circle, that is our deceleration waypoint. That's where we start putting our flaps and our landing gear down for our final approach into London. Also, Jay, I hope you are enjoying the content. Thank you for joining. Remember, if you like what you see, please hit like and subscribe if you want to see these flights. If you want to go on these flights every Friday at 1 PM UTC, it'd be very much appreciated. Thank you, man. Atul, I do not work for an airline. I'm not a pilot. I don't pretend to be one. I just enjoy Flight Simulator and sharing it with you guys. Well, I do pretend to be a pilot on Friday afternoons, but yeah, I don't work for an airline. I am a college lecturer. Atul, more of a teacher than a pilot, really. Are we below 5,000 feet yet? We are, so we need to get these altimeters over to the upper pressure. There we go, local pressure, cool. Back to the nose we go. Okay, so one last step before we land, guys. When we hit our deceleration points, flaps, gear, landing. Should be fun. And wish me luck as well, guys. Wish me luck here. So we're coming in, I think this is the River Thames off there, off our nose over here. Coming in off the Thames. We're going to follow the Thames, sort of loop round it on our final approach onto runway 09 at London City. Which is the scary one, and it's the one with the good scenery. It's all good. It's all good, guys. Guys, also remember, as I think Nightbot is posting fairly regularly, if you want to know more, there are some commands you can type in the chat box. If you type those commands in the chat box, Nightbot will tell you things about my flight simulator, the planes I have, the plane I'm flying. Should tell you everything you need to know, but ask me, guys, ask me if you have any other questions. That's what I'm here for. Which college? Atul, I couldn't possibly tell you, man. It's a college. A college, dude. go, 1 right turn over the Thames here. So future streams for those of you who weren't here earlier. Flying the 737 next week to Leeds, which should be quite windy. We're going to land that one manually. Should be quite good fun. After that, flying 747s. Going to do some smaller airfields and airports in the UK for some interesting landings. We're going to pop abroad. I think a guy called Kevin was on here earlier. He wants us to fly to the Seychelles, so we're going to do that at some point. So if there's anywhere in India that's worth flying to, let me know, man, and we'll do our best to get there. Got a lot of cool stuff lined up. Going to keep improving the stream, improving the quality and the reliability of it as we learn, as we go along here, guys. So we can see on our right hand side we've got some London landmarks just starting to come into view. We are close, so I'm sure you can see if that Fly Live is working up there. You can see the distance we are from the airport. What do you want? Ah, you want us to decelerate. My apologies, autopilot. Yes, you do. There we go. So busy talking. Hey! Arnaj, good to see you, man. The voice, so the video is slightly delayed because we had an issue earlier, but I can see your messages. I will respond to all of them as quickly as I can, dude. Shout outs and that kind of thing. So I was so busy paying attention, not paying attention, so busy talking. So busy talking that I forgot to activate our deceleration. So you can see on our ND here how close we are to this airport, guys. We are very, very close indeed. The London landmarks are just off to our right. Oliver, thank you for sticking with us through those issues, man. That is much appreciated, first of all. St. Martin, yes, Oliver, we are flying to St. Martin. Of course we are. I'm a flight sim streamer. I've got to fly to St. Martin, right? We are not taking the 747 there, dude. I was going to do like a little island hop. I was going to fly St. Martin to St. Baths, and then back from St. Baths to St. Martin. Arnaj, thank you so much for the subscription. That is much appreciated, dude. 30 subs and growing. Much appreciated. Thank you so much. Yeah, so Oliver, I was hoping to fly the Cessna 152. I was going to pick up the Carinado Cessna 152, do some island hopping between St. Baths and St. Martin. I'm sure one day, dude, we will end up there in an airliner. I've tried to land an airliner at St. Baths and it didn't go too well, so that's the reason we're going to take the Cessna for our island hops. Okay. By the way, guys, for subscriptions and donations and stuff, I do have Streamlabs alerts set up. So hopefully, when you subscribe, we should get an alert on the screen. I think it doesn't always like pick up on it, so maybe it depends on people's YouTube settings and that kind of thing. I don't really know how it works, but in general, hopefully, we should always get an alert when people subscribe and that sort of stuff. But yes, thank you so much for your subscriptions, guys. I will always be very, very grateful indeed. Likes and subs are what help us grow the channel, helps improve the quality of the channel, and make sure I'm not just talking to myself for hours on end. Okay, so we need to check the cabin here before landing. Cabin checked, lovely. So our landing checklist is complete here, guys. I don't think it will let us hit our approach switch yet. I'm just going to pop over here, see what we can see. I think this is probably the best view at the moment. Once I've hit the approach switch, guys, we'll go to the nose view. Go to the nose view so we can see the scenery as we swoop in on the City of London. But I just need to be on the flight deck just for now, just so I can hit that approach switch and I can get us landed, guys. Also going to pop the brake fan on here so we do not overheat our brakes. As we're landing, the last thing you want is to overheat your brakes and go skidding off the edge of the runway. Okay, so let's see if we can hit the switch. It won't let us do it quite yet. We'll take in some landmarks out of our right window there. So out of our right window, guys, we have St. Paul's, we have the Shard. We've obviously got the bridges loading in. We are literally going to fly directly over those landmarks you can see there on the right hand side. So we'll certainly get a good view of those as we approach the airport, guys. So, can we go approach mode? We can go approach mode. We'll pop out to the nose here and enjoy the scenery, guys, as we land in London City Airport. Hopefully as well the frame rate will stay nice and smooth for you guys as we land here. May get the odd stutter as we load in the scenery, but it's no big deal. Enjoy the views as we descend, you guys. So we've got Battersea Power Station on our left down here, just ahead of us. We have the Houses of Parliament, Westminster Palace, or Palace of Westminster, as we descend over the Thames. We've got the London Eye there, just to our right, that big old Ferris wheel. We've got Waterloo and Charing Cross train stations as well, and St Paul's Cathedral just off there to our top right as well, guys. City of London itself, all those skyscrapers over there to our left, and of course Tower Bridge and the Tower of London just coming into view as well there. To our right now, just before we approach the airport properly, to our right we've got Canary Wharf. That's sort of like a financial centre of London, and we'll also see the Millennium Dome, or the O2 as it's called now, as we descend into London City here. So we'll just pop back here, make sure all is well. That's our last right turn there. We are on the localizer, which means we are headed towards the airport. The ILS of the airport has picked us up, which is awesome. I'm just going to pop back to the flight deck, make sure we hit that glide slope, make sure we hit that steep glide slope here, so we don't overshoot the runway as well. Once we hit the glide slope, we'll get our second autopilot on, and the plane should, fingers crossed, land. Thank you very much, Atul. That is much appreciated, man. Let's make sure that approach switch is on properly. Let's get us on that glide slope. Let's get our approach, our autopilot 2. Okay, we're on the glide slope. We are descending into London City. We've got 2 red, 2 white, maybe 3 red. 3 white, 1 red on the PAPI lights. We're on the glide slope, should be fine. As we fly over Canary Wharf here, guys, just off our nose, we're going to fly over the dome. Aircraft is descending. See how steep this glide slope is? I wasn't kidding when I said it would be a nosedive. That little gap there in our scenery always bothers me slightly, but can't do anything about it. Thames barrier over to our right. That stops the River Thames flooding London. So once we land, guys, if we land, we are going to just taxi back across the runway. We'll get ourselves parked up, and we'll take in a couple of replays for landing before we go. $500, $400,
300. 100 above. 200. Minimum. 100. 50. 40. 30. Retard. 10.
Oh, that was a hard one today, guys. That was a very hard one today. Oh, jeez. Gonna have to check the landing gear. Is still in one piece after that. But my goodness, there we are. We're down. Let's clean up those flaps. Clean up the spoilers. My goodness. Usually at London City, I get 600 feet a minute. To be honest, I'm not sure how accurate that landing rate was. I'm hoping it was more like 600 feet than 900. But whatever, man. Whatever. We're down. X-plane did not register a crash, which means the landing gear is still intact. It's a very hard landing indeed, as I'm sure we'll see in our replays. Deary me. We made it, guys. Welcome to London City Airport. See how close this is to the water? I had our pilot friend in here earlier talking about how landing at London City was like landing on an aircraft carrier. I think I can believe that. given how close. According to me, I should be joining aviation. Atul, I know you said that before the landing, dude. Wait until now you've seen the landing. Let me know if you still think that, man. But heck, we made it down, guys. We made it down. Because we're now flying offline, just because of that interruption we had in the middle, we can just taxi straight to our parking without waiting for anybody to allow it. But like I say, guys, future flights will always be all online, so we will hopefully have air traffic control the whole way as well. So London City is a very small airport. You actually have to taxi back across the runway before we can reach our parking spots. Thank you very much for following this adventure, guys. We are learning, we are improving every stream, every day. Oh dearie me! I've just seen that landing again on the live stream window. It's hard. It was a hard one, but we made it down, guys. We made it down. It's all good. To be honest, I wonder whoever gets above. Who gets better than 600 feet per minute in London City? Okay, I'm going to taxi off here, guys. Just as we finish our taxi, we're going to pop our APU on so we can switch the engines off once we're parked. I'm going to go for stand 2-1, which is my usual stand. Slight bump in the runway there, reminding me of my landing rate. Thank you for that. Our landings at normal airports with big runways should be a huge improvement on that. To be honest, I think I could probably have done a better job of that manually, but whatever. Trust the computer. Okay, as we park up here, we're at the gate. Welcome to London City, guys. Thank you for following the flight. I'm just going to master caution light off there. Taking some views from outside if we can. There we go. London City Airport. On the tarmac, safe and sound, nicely parked up there. Just waiting for this APU to start up before we can switch our engines off now. And it's on. Okay, excellent. So we can switch our engines off, guys. Engine 1, engine 2. Watch the engine spool down. Alright, before we go, guys, let's grab some replays. Where do we want? Roughly, we were on the runway there. We'll go out about here, guys. We'll go out about here. We'll hit runway view. There we go. Okay. Enjoy the landing again, guys. Enjoy the landing again. Alright. Alright. It was a hard landing, but let's see it from a passenger's view. There we go.
100 above.
Let's see
Minimum.
let's see
100.
what it was like to be in the plane at the time, eh?
40. 30. Retard. 10.
That was alright. Bit of a bump, guys. Bit of a bump for sure, but you know. Landing gear is intact, aircraft is intact. We landed a big old Airbus at London City. Guys, thank you so much for watching the stream today. Much appreciated, and I will see you all very, very soon indeed.